Look. The excuses are too much, right? And you've come through the whole season without necessarily changing anything to affect the way United have played this season. And for almost every game that United have played, the problems and the errors that happens in the team are reoccurring. Like you need to have just a little bit of an idea of football to realize how you're going to be Man United. They have no midfielder whatsoever. The team cohesion is terrible. The structure exposes. You see, it doesn't matter who plays in the Man United team. And believe me, the structure under which they are operating exposes every player in there. You can't tell me all the players at the club are terrible and are bad and have no ambition, have no dream. These are boys who, when they were young, some of them were dreaming of playing for Man United and now wear the badge. You can't tell me that all of a sudden, overnight, they are terrible footballers. But they are playing under structures that doesn't allow them to perform well. And over time, they've looked average. Some of them have lost confidence. And now it's the manager who has to find another way of getting the team to play. In the Eredivisie, you can go the whole season playing the same way. Nobody maybe will find you out. In the Premier League, if you play 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, every coach, all his assistants, and all the analysts are finding you out. They are looking at how to beat you, and they are planning for you weeks before they meet you. And Eric Ten Hag's Man United have been found out by every team, including championship teams. And that is why when Coventry played against Man United, they did exactly what the Premier League clubs would do. And they were unlucky not to have won that game, in fact. And that is why when you watch Pep Guardiola, around December, January, he's completely changing his tactics. He changes something that is new to everybody. We've seen Ange Postecoglou had a great start to the season with the way he was playing. He's been found out.
All of a sudden.
We've seen Roberto De Zerbi. He's still a great manager. Brighton still play very brilliant football, but teams have found the solutions, right? And the reason why Pep is decoding this Premier League thing is, last season, the treble season, when the season started, he was playing Joao Cancelo as the more advanced defender who would go high up the pitch, invert and everything and do everything. When Cancelo had this issue and they shipped him out last season to Bayern Munich, he started doing the Akanji and John Stones thing. It was new to everybody in the game, including Europe. This season, he's changed things. When you're a manager, you need to realize that when others are catching up to you and change something. People talk about players down in twos at Man United. I personally think it's the manager who is down twos because he's not done anything in the last month to show that he's changing something about the team. Because there's no shame now in Man United being defensive. Right? There's no shame now in Man United trying to be a bit more cautious, pragmatic, defensive, and maybe use pace to counter. He doesn't do anything like that. The team is open, it's expansive from minutes 1 to 90, and they are not winning games. For me, it's more of a manager problem than the players that they've got. But ultimately, the club from the top, the structure, as they've had over the past years, is also a problem. When that is fixed, as it is said, it is being fixed. Is Eric Ten Hag still a good tactician? Is Eric Ten Hag still a good man manager? These are the questions that I think Man United hierarchy needs to answer. Because even with a good structure, if he's not a good tactician for the Premier League, there's still a good man manager, he won't win them games.
What Sitso says clearly suggests that Ten Hag is more of a substandard manager who told the world that errors come to an end, and unfortunately, he's not been able to end those errors.
Oh, substandard for me will be a bit harsh. There are levels. There are levels. And
so he's substandard for the Premier League?
And again...
Or for the club?
No, he's a good coach, just maybe not at the Man United level, at this time of Man United's problems.
And again, you see, I'll be fair to him. Last season was good. Last season was really good. You expect managers of this caliber, when you are managing a club like Man United, to build on successes. You don't regress. You go for it. And for Ten Hag, he hasn't done that. This season has been a total sham. It's been a total failure. Look at United in the league, in the Champions League, finishing bottom of the group. That is inexplicable. And again, he needs to take responsibility. As to whether he should get the sack or not, I'm not the one who hired him.